The desert was quiet, but danger was near. Israel, fresh from Egypt, weary from travel, had not yet tasted peace. They camped at Rephidim, thirsty, exhausted, vulnerable. And then the Amalekites struck, not with honor, not face to face, but from behind. They targeted the weak, the lagging, the children, and the elderly. It was an ambush, a coward's war. A people without mercy dared to lay hands on God's chosen. But heaven was watching. Moses climbed a hill, staff in hand, the same staff that parted the sea. Joshua led the charge below, and as long as Moses raised his hands to heaven, Israel prevailed. But when they fell, Amalek pushed back. So Aaron stood on one side, Hur on the other, and together they held Moses' hands high until the sun set on victory. The sword of Joshua did its part, but it was the lifted hands that won the day. Not by strength, not by numbers, but by intercession. After the battle, the Lord spoke, "Write this down, remember it well. I will utterly blot out the memory of Amalek from under heaven." This was not just a battle in the desert. It was the beginning of a divine sentence, a curse on cruelty, a judgment on those who prey on the helpless. And from that day forward, the name Amalek became a symbol of rebellion, of pride, of the flesh that wars against the spirit. Generations later, Saul would be told, "Destroy them all," but he spared the king, and disobedience opened the door to his downfall, because what God says must be done completely. The story of Amalek is not just history, it's a warning about compromise, about spiritual warfare, about standing in the gap, even when your arms grow tired. So what do we learn? Victory doesn't come from strategy, it comes from surrender. The high ground belongs to the praying, and God still remembers the cries of the weak. The staff is raised, the hill is waiting, and the battle still belongs to the Lord.